Disgusted. Today is a rainy day outside. But again, I'm very, very, very feeling annoyed by this job hunt thing. I'm not even annoyed, because annoyed is when somebody else is doing something wrong to you and it bothering you. But I'm feeling frustrated about this job hunt thing. Um, I'm doing what I can. Nothing's coming of it. And some of the stuff I'm going through is absolutely degrading. And I did a good job in that I waited for about 3.5 or so hours before I took another break. I plucked away at it, hips falling asleep, thighs falling asleep. And I started browsing again, other YouTube videos for support. And one of the reoccurring things that I saw one video yesterday with this mention and one video today. And keep in mind, again, I'm a 40-year-old woman. A lot of these people are just coming out of college that are complaining about jobs and things like that I'm running into. And this young man today and a young lady yesterday were just like, oh, they advertise these jobs, but then you go to the interview and you take all that time, they never call you. And they had X amount of positions, but it seems like right after I interviewed, the position was filled, or they said they would call me back in a couple of days. Never heard anything. Now, what these people don't realize, because I was young once too, and I was thought the world was just hunky-dory, and that obviously if they call you, they have a job available. Usually before you even go into that interview, that job may be already taken. They have people in mind already that they work with, friends or family members that they've already pretty much sealed that job for them, and you're coming in for that interview is just a formality. And I felt kind of bad because the young man that was talking about it, he was just like, oh, if that's, and this is how I used to feel too, if and I feel that way about work. If that's the way that they do things, the next time I apply for a job, I'm not going there, blah blah blah. But the truth about it is that um that's how companies operate. A lot of them, bigger companies. And school board doesn't mean anything. Education is shot to hell. And the hardest, roughest, most impacting education is what you're going to get from real world experiences and people that you're around. My education is slow because I'm not around a lot of people. I've learned things I didn't want to learn, through the legal system. But um, I just want to let y'all know, y'all are naive, and it's a good thing to have some purity, because I'm still pure a lot too, in a lot of ways. Um, but a lot of those jobs are already taken. That's why when you're saying that you apply for 50, and the guys that were saying how you can't get a job just sitting behind a computer applying on the internet, a lot of times they're right, sometimes they're not. But it's true, because these jobs have already been taken. The reason they put those job postings out, even though they've already got somebody in mind, already chosen and selected someone, discussed with their coworkers that were in charge who they wanted, is because by law you can't discriminate. Everybody has to get, these publicly owned they have to get a fair chance that they have to get a fair, give everyone a quote unquote fair chance. So that's what that's all about. And like I said, the same thing I'm saying they're naive about, which I used to be. I'm still naive about the workplace. I don't want to work somewhere where people are nasty. Maybe everybody is. Right now I'm in desperate need for my money, so I'm about to have, but I don't want to lie. When I go to interviews, I can't lie. I have to be honest. But I also have to have a good attitude about it. So maybe I'll just, start scripting my interviews just to make it through. I haven't even been on any except for that one. And but anyhow, I was really frustrated. So, of course, frustration leads to poetry. Not really, but it's good to get it out, and it's all your emotions in the shortest. And poems do it in a shortest way. So if it seems really long, imagine what it'd be if I had to actually sit and sort through everything I was saying. Pretty much, here's my poem about angst against unemployment. Pretty soon, I'll be starving to death. I won't have to worry about my weight anymore. It doesn't matter anyway, because FEMA's got the coffin set up with my name on its door. It's not the fact that I'm not without loot that makes me an outcast. It's not due to finances that you are seen as the underclass. It's the good people of the world that are being hunted. Not just the regular good people, mind you, but the clean and pure in heart. In order to make it into society, you've got to blend. Some of that pure purity has got to be coated with sin. YouTube got these blank subscribers dangling from my shit, no information on their profiles. That's some old terrorist shit. I wish I knew how to block people without info from subscribing, because it ain't cool. When you's the fool and they watching the slide in, when you least expect it. It's like the art of war. The enemy plays to be far away, but best believe they standing right there at your door, dividing the have-nots from the I only got what I imagine I got. So I can't be cool with you, because my cover will be blown. I'll just keep pretending to be imperial while you keep playing to the tune of blue. Now your seeds of love and wisdom have dried up from hiding and can't be sown. It seems to me all the cuckoos have flown from the nest and are attacking the population, yet empty shells they stand united under defecation. I may never see my mom again, but that's okay. I have an understanding. You murdered her children years ago and never received any reprimanding. You murdered the souls of people that love you and gladly gave their trust. Now heads turn away and look down at the mess you've made in pure disgust. Black people don't care about black people anymore, but that's okay, because they've always said I wasn't black. And Korean people abandoned us altogether because of our wealth of lack. But mama always said, together we stand, divided we fall. There's only 4 of us. And I left Atlanta in the fall and haven't seen my mother since. Years go by quickly, wounds heal to be set again. I think all I've ever wanted in this life was to be free from sin, or anything that would maim me. Didn't know since 97 I was human version 1.0, and the system set to maim me. Not me individually, but the good of me that is common in remote regions of our familiar existence. I was always laid back and docile, never showed persistence. I only wanted to be loved. Not anymore. I just want to be free. Freedom.